Today Saturday, March 26, 2022 at 4:15 a.m. The ship approaching Costa Rica, arriving at 7 a.m. and go aboard 6:30 p.m.
Watch your foot.
Oh, new. Okay, thank you for doing that. You from the ship?
Okay, guys, take it too. Money that we're collecting every month from the dividend. We cannot spend it all, and we have money on the stock market. How are you going to touch that money? You don't need it. If we gamble to the casino, then you can sell it.
We don't gamble.
I don't gamble either.
A lot of Asian people gamble a lot.
I don't go to the casino.
Yeah. We don't either.
So this is San Jose, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a big one.
Big city.
10 more minutes.
Bên này là gì mà bên tay phải là gì?
It's over here called Second Avenue. That's
Second Avenue.
like the main avenue here in San Jose.
Oh.
We're gonna turn right, and then you're gonna see the Central Park, and then the cathedral, and then the theater. That's where we're gonna be.
Central Park con nhỏ trên tour guide trên thuyền nó có nói đó.
This one, Central,
The
San Jose,
second street.
Costa Rica. And you park a car. You left. You leave us over there, and you park a car, and you come back.
Exactly.
About 5 minutes, right?
7 minutes. Okay.
7 minutes, and then we wait for you there.
Yeah, you can look around
Look
there,
around
take
and then-
pictures, a nice place, and I'll
Okay.
meet you over there.
Okay, okay.
But we need a little bit time. My wife want to buy something.
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
can probably see it because it's not far.
Yeah, we need more than 5 minutes.
No, he come back.
No, I need 5 minutes to park the
He's
car.
gonna park
Oh,
the
I see,
car
okay.
because here, see, you can see the.
Oh, you can park the car,
Yeah.
come back,
Yeah.
I think
and
I
then you go with us.
Yes.
Shopping.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. That's
I
good.
think this is a Central Park.
That's the Central Park
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
and then after
I
that, that's the
remember
cathedral.
rest now.
Okay.
Oh, Central Park
Yeah.
here.
Sút đi về sao á, sao
Ờ.
sao cái này nè. Cái này phải cẩn
This is the
thận nha.
cathedral.
Cathedral. Oh, cathedral.
Yeah.
Where is go what?
The museum is over there.
Where?
Museum of the Costa Rica. The Mosaic, they call it Mosaic of Costa Rica. Mosaic de Costa Rica. All the trees.
Pink flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I think
And
it's a
then
spring
over there, that's the National Theater.
here.
No, see that.
That's when I'm gonna park.
You know,
And then you
in
stay
the
there in
park-
front of National
Yes,
Theater,
not yet.
Uh-huh.
and I'll go and
This is,
park about 2
April.
blocks down there.
But
And we meet you there.
Yeah, and I meet you there. You wait for me there.
Okay.
They see lot
But
of
you gotta give me
poppies.
5 minutes, 7 minutes.
Yeah,
I have to run all the way.
Got it.
Okay.
Mustard flower already blooming. Yeah.
Oh, my flowers are not yet. My roses.
Not yet. You have a brochure?
No, Oh,
$6 to go inside.
okay. Okay, hold on.
National Costa Rica như cái cờ.
Okay, chờ chị rồi chứ.
Hồi đó mình đâu có đi tới đây.
Từ từ.
Well, we have some interesting elements here about decorations. Chandelier was made here. Only few decorative works were made in Costa Rica, like the chandelier. Around the chandelier, there's a painting by Roberto Fontana. This is a canvas. Belongs to the ceiling from Italy. Actually, 4 pieces of canvas. I noticed there's some lines. You realize and well, this floor is also very special. It's a golden floor. There is a mechanism in the basement which allows to raise up this door or no. Because those Peter also they wanted a ballroom for dances and pageants.
Nè, đứng đây nè. Thầy xứng để nhìn biết. Ok, được. Ok.
Chỗ này là giống như cái thao. Thấy không, cái bảng đó muse đó. Banco de Costa Rica.
Ok.
Cái này to lắm, cái này lớn rồi. Chỗ này là Banco, cái này đẹp.
Hay quá.
Đứng đó mà chụp cho. Bỏ cái Yeah, we tested before we get on the cruise. When we get into the port, they test it again. Did you buy any T-shirt in Colombia? It's only,
Colombians.
yeah, it's only $5, and it's really nice T-shirt.
We pay 10.
Oh,
Maybe $10.
yeah, I got a cap, $5. The same one, but mine is red. The same hat. I also get when I went to Venice.
Today is Sunday, March 27, 2022 at 5:59 a.m. In the morning. So the ship running to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. We will arrive there at 8 a.m. on the March
31st, 2022. That means there are 4 days on the sea, Pacific Ocean, before reach the Cabo San Lucas. The ship now running at 19 knots per hour. That means about 27 miles per hour.
I have to teach them how to take notes, and they said, Mr. Weston, how did you learn all this? But my purpose in doing it with them is to inspire them into one of the great periods in the history of man, that being the Renaissance. And of course, many say to me, I want to go to Rome, I want to see the ceiling, I want to go to Florence and see the great sculptures that he did in the Medici chapels. So let us go to wonderful Michelangelo, creative geniuses in the history of Western civilization. Does it suffice to remind ourselves that true genius and true greatness is? We live in an age where we're constantly barraged with the most beautiful and the most influential people that seem to grace our media-driven society. They, for a short time, and then disappear. And yet Michelangelo di Buonarroti was a man born of many talents that lived over 500 years ago. During the great age of the Renaissance, and even today, we can only be humbled by the tremendous amount of creative output that one human being could produce and leave for us to marvel at. And these seen in his creative outpouring in painting, sculpture, and architecture, under the watchful eye of the Creator, seen here dividing the waters of the Sistine ceiling. But the credit to his personal empowerment was brought about by his relationship by Medici Pope Julius III. Second, the Pope saw within this young man genius, the markings of a true Renaissance man. And thus was the relationship of Pope Julius II and Michelangelo Buonarroti, and an ongoing struggle of the completion of the Sistine ceiling. Michelangelo Buonarroti, the name immediately brings to mind man's creativity and capacity to create. This lecture shows the tremendous power of the human mind and spirit, and when creativity is empowered, it has undefinable impact upon human history. For me personally, this lecture reflects the teacher and educator that I have devoted my life's mission to perfect. I have an emotional involvement in this and Pavarotti lecture. As Michelangelo inspires, Pavarotti moves us to share with audiences the tremendous capacity of human potential and emotional creativity. Others have been so moved. As Mark Twain wrote, and I quote, "The center, the creator, made Italy from the designs by Michelangelo." Michelangelo Buonarroti is considered one of the greatest achievers in the history of the Western world, and he was influenced by another great man, that being Pope Julius II, who, like a father to him, shaping and empowering him from a young age. In an age that saw the greatest creative achievements primarily due to the support of the Florentine family, the Medici family, under whose leadership brought Europe out of the Dark Ages and into the Renaissance. The Renaissance was a period of great intellectual and creative achievement that was to produce the geniuses of Sandro Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael da Santi, Michelangelo Buonarroti, and many others, Bramante, Brunelleschi, Giotto, Frau Lippi, and a young 17-year-old that the Pope brought to him to Rome, a sculptor and architect named Bernini. The Florentine aspirations to return Europe to the classical age seen in Greece was led by the unfledgling leadership of Lorenzo de' Medici, called the Magnificent. He was undoubtedly the father of the Renaissance. In May 2016, a rare Medici letter was discovered in Florence and sent to Harvard's Weizmann Preservation Center, where conservators preserve, repair, and save rare books and unique library materials. History, my friends, continues to be alive. At the helm of this great movement to move Europe out of the turbulent Dark Ages was Lorenzo de' Medici, the father of the Renaissance. Siblings only wanted his constant financial support. He greatly loved and admired his mentor and benefactor, that being the Pope. Pope Julius, and because of that, he risked all to create for the Pope way beyond what he perceived was his own talent. And thus it was Pope Julius that was able to empower the hidden man, the hidden genius in Michelangelo. So let us begin. Born in Florence of a wealthy Florentine family, in an age of the Renaissance, one of the greatest of Western thought and artistic rebirth, Michelangelo Buonarroti suffered from many demons. Here was one of his great statues that he carved in an early age of Lorenzo de' Medici. Primarily his self-doubt of his own artistic and creative abilities. He was torn between the passions of his wild creative drive and a paralyzing melancholy, between self-esteem and glorification and self-contempt, between euphoria and deep-seated anxiety. Despite his deep emotional insecurities, here was a man who created and exuded genius, talent, and creativity. Proficient as a sculptor, he wanted to create something entirely new, perfection of the human body and the soul, and his talents as a sculptor, painter, and architect. Michelangelo truly changed the world, even though he never really appreciated his own greatness. After numerous attempts and bribes, Giuliano della Rovere was elected Pope Julius, November 28, 1503, and served for 10 years until his untimely death, February 23, 1513. He had served the previous Pope Alexander, a Spanish-born Borgia, whose tumultuous reign had been one of corruption and disarming disaster to the Holy See. His uncle Sextus served before as Pope, Sextus IV, before the Borgias. His uncle, respected Pope Sextus IV, mentored his brother's son Giuliano, and in his youth sent him on numerous legate missions to restore papal authority in Umbria, Lyon, the Netherlands, France, and Austria. He was nicknamed the Warrior Pope, but he is remembered as the great papal patron of the arts. He was a fearless leader and soldier. In his first term as Pope, he was successful in restoring Venice to the papacy in 1505,